Premier League Bournemouth vs Brighton Hove Albion prediction, team news, lineups preview. Two South Coast outfits collide at the Vitality Stadium in Saturday's Premier League battle, as Bournemouth scrap it out with Brighton Hove Albion. The Cherries entered the international hiatus on the back of an agonizing 3-2 loss to Brentford, while Fabian Hürzeler's men prolonged Manchester City's misery 2 weekends ago. Match preview. Visiting a ground renowned for goal-laden classics in the current Premier League season, Bournemouth helped to keep the GTEC Community Stadium trend going during their showdown with Brentford, where 5 goals flew into the West London nets. Unfortunately for Andoni Iraola's troops, only 2 of them went for them, as the Cherries failed to cling onto slender leads given to them by Evanilson and Justin Kluivert before Jon Wisse's second of the contest decided the destiny of the points. Defeat at the hands of the Bees extended a dampening run of away form for Bournemouth, who have only amassed 1 point from their last 12 available on rival territory, a stark contrast to their 3 straight home wins over Southampton, Arsenal and Manchester City. Never before have the Cherries, who reside in 12th place in the Premier League table, won 4 top-flight home contests on the spin, but the 2-0 beating of 10-man Arsenal in October represents the only time that Bournemouth have kept a clean sheet in any competition this season. Key to Bournemouth's success on home soil has been their relentless efforts off the ball, as only Crystal Palace boast more pressures than the Cherries' 2,336 in the 2024-25 Premier League. But do not expect Brighton to shy away from such a gung-ho style of play either. Erling Haaland's 12th goal of the Premier League season did not faze Brighton at the Amex Stadium 2 weeks ago, as the Seagulls capitalized on the Citizens' recently exposed flaws to condemn the champions to a 4th straight loss in all tournaments. João Pedro's late leveler came just 5 minutes before summer signing Matt O'Reilly sparked Brighton bedlam, as Hürzeler outwitted a man 22 years his senior in the great Pep Guardiola and snapped his side's 3-game winless run in the process, by virtue of their shock beating of the champions. 6th-placed Brighton are only being kept outside of the Champions League places on account of an inferior goal difference to Arsenal. The Seagulls possess the worst defensive record among the top 8 teams. Nevertheless, the Seagulls are yet to draw a blank in front of goal on the road this season, and their 10 points won in the Premier League since the start of October is the second-best record in the division, only behind leaders Liverpool and their tally of 13. Brighton were embarrassed at the Vitality during the Roberto De Zerbi era, though, going down 3-0 to Bournemouth in late April, which snapped the Seagulls' 3-match winning run against the Cherries and condemned them to their 4th loss from 5 Premier League games on Bournemouth's turf. Team news. Bournemouth's squad has certainly been in better shape than it is presently, as Alex Scott knee, Julian Araujo hamstring and Luis Sinisterra thigh are definitely absent, while Dango Ouattara adductor, Milos Kerkez knee and Antoine Semenyo knee all need once-overs. Iraola will also be forced into a midfield alteration due to Ryan Christie's suspension. The Scot was booked for the 5th time this season in the Brentford defeat, so either Philip Billing or Marcus Tavernier should make the first 11 here. Whichever man is selected to deputise for Christie will be feeding hotshot Evanilson, who has netted in each of his last 3 Premier League appearances and could now become the first Bournemouth player since Callum Wilson in 2019 to score in 4 in a row. Meanwhile, Brighton's infirm list hit double figures during the international break, as Jack Hinchelwood knee and Yassine Ayari ankle were both victims of the win over Man City, while Tariq Lamptey calf, Carlos Baleba knee and Ferdi Kadioglu toe could not join up with their countries either. Hürzeler confirmed on Thursday morning that Baleba and Hinchelwood have good chances to play, while Lewis Dunk calf is close, but there is still no time frame on James Milner's return from a thigh problem. Yankuba Minte groin was also fine to represent the Gambia this month. But there were no updates on Solly March knee and Adam Webster thigh, the former of whom is still being eased back in slowly. Bournemouth possible starting lineup: Kepa, Smith, Zabarnyi, Senesi, Kirkez, Adams, Cook, Semenyo, Kluivert, Tavernier, Evanilson. Brighton Hove Albion possible starting lineup: Verbruggen, Veltman, Van Heck, Igor, Estupinan, Adingra, O'Reilly, Baliba, Mitoma, Pedro, Welbeck. We say, Bournemouth 2-2 Brighton Hove Albion. The international break has the potential to harm both sides' offensive exploits. But their respective play styles should lead to plenty of goalmouth action at the Vitality, where Bournemouth have often had the Seagulls number. Neither side inspires much confidence defensively either. So we can envisage the goals being shared about equally in an entertaining stalemate. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.